What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I have a new favorite position. And I'll say that lightly, right? Because everybody knows that I'm a big fan of XRP. I'm a big fan of Jasmine Coin, but this is something that I wanted to invest into for a while. And many people have mentioned it to me and said, look, you just need to get on board and find the right opportunity. And I think I did find the right opportunity, and I'm glad that I waited instead of bought at those levels because I would have been down where I bought at, and I also wouldn't have been able to buy as much. So I wanted to buy SUI for the longest time. It's a fantastic position that I think has so much potential, and it seems to have some overreactions in the market, which is one reason why I was very interested in it, because I'm like, if I'm going to get in, then I'm going to have one of those overreactions. I'm going to find one of those overreactions, buy into one of those overreactions, and now I have a low price to buy in at. Unfortunately, the lowest price that it got to in the more recent past, I wasn't able to get in at those low lows, which would have been absolutely fantastic to get in, and I would have had basically XRP like levels for something like an SUI, which I don't think will be as valuable as an XRP, but still will hold its own as we, you know, move on in the future with accepting crypto and believing in crypto and the adoption of cryptocurrency. So in this video, I want to talk about SUI. I want to talk about why I decided to get into it, mainly for an investment reason, for the growth reason, but also for what could be the long term as well, depending on what I fully see in it as I continue to do research. Because right now, I don't have any forever coins in SUI, but I could definitely put some forever coins aside. But right now, I don't have any. So before we get into this, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, those links are in the description. Now, don't forget about my link for BTCC. If you guys are interested in that platform, it is a phenomenal platform that I've been using for over a year. If you specifically use my link, you will get a 10% deposit bonus. You can get extra bonuses up to $10,055, and you can get up to 40% lower trading fees. So if you want to do that, feel free to do it. There's also a giveaway going on for anybody that signs up, deposits, trades by December 31st. So from December 5th to December 31st, that's where the duration will be. You will be eligible for this giveaway. So feel free to check it out. If you want to wait until December 5th, you can wait until December 5th to sign up. But just, make sure you sign up, deposit, and trade. Put it on your list, put it in your calendar or something like that, and you will be entered for this giveaway. So definitely check that out. Link will be at the top of the description. Now, again, my favorite positions have been, XRP, have been Jasmine Coin, have been some meme coins as well. But I always like things that have major utility and have people talking about it for the things that it's doing, not just the growth of the position itself. Now, recently, people have been talking about it because of the fall that we've seen more recently. So first, let's dive into just a little bit of information on SUI, and then we'll go into the price prediction that's out there here, as well as the price prediction that I have or that I want to see. And obviously those price predictions will change as we go along, as I have my exit plan established and all of that there. So what is SUI? SUI is a next generation layer 1 blockchain developed by Miston Labs, a team of former Meta engineers, and launched in May 2023. Fundamentally, it is designed for high throughput and ultra low latency, as SUI enables parallel transaction processing, making it ideal for fast scalable Web3 applications. Additionally, SUI is built on the Move programming language, which allows it to offer secure and flexible smart contracts. Moreover, it's a unique object-based data model And features like ZK login and sponsored transactions have fueled rapid ecosystem growth across DeFi, NFTs, gaming, and Web3 commerce. So obviously, it's not something, when you look at SUI, it's not something that's like, hey, I'm a meme coin, I'm here because I'm popular, right? It's actually doing things, and it's not only just saying what it's doing, right? It's not only talking the talk, but it is in fact walking the walk. And you can see a lot of people that are very excited about what's going on here. So much so, that you have many investors, many people that are creating a larger community that is dedicated to the growth of this position. Now, for SUI itself, the position stands at $1.70 today. If we look at all history, it is down a slight bit over that history, right? From 2023 to where it is today, it is down 1%. So not seeing much negativity there for multiple years, seeing more of being flat, but also seeing the potential of where things are going. If you were invested at that point and invested down here, you would invest at one of the, or if not the lowest point that you could possibly get it at, in tens of cents, versus being at 100 or $1.70 or over a dollar or $2 or $3 or $4, right? But in the last 24 hours, it is up 7%. In the last week, it is up 13%. And in the last month, it's actually down by 18%. So in the last year, we've seen some highs and lows, right? We've seen it go up to a level of $5, which was, at a $16 billion market cap, about, right? 15-16 billion dollar market cap, to the lows here of about a $4 billion market cap. The highest price in the last 24 or in the last year has been $5.35, the lowest price being $9.95. Now, this is what CoinMarketCap has to say, right? For when I go on some of the platforms that utilize, maybe TradingView, you can see even some of the lowest points that we've seen, right? I want to change the time frame. It's not going to allow me to change that time frame. But if you go on TradingView or places that utilize TradingView, like a BTCC, which I don't have up right now, you can see that it got much lower than that 95-cent price point that's actually being said on CoinMarketCap, but it is a insanely low price, right? Either way, 95 cents, 50 cents, insanely low price. When we saw the pullback of everything, right? When we saw the pullback where things were dropping down, here's a low price, right? This is October 20, that's 2023. But yeah, it says 95 cents. That's what the lowest price that they have listed on CoinMarketCap. But as we saw the major downturn, a major pullback of everything in the market, right? I'm talking about borderline. It wasn't a borderline crash. It was a crash. Everything fell down to ridiculously low levels from what we've seen or what we expected in this altcoin season. XRP fell down. Jasmine Coin fell down. You saw, BNB that dropped. Actually, BNB was increasing during that time, but did eventually start to decrease. It didn't experience the lowest of lows. You saw Ethereum drop down, many things that have tanked. And SUI was at a fantastic level, right? Less than a dollar, it would be amazing to find an entry point at those levels. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to invest in the SUI, but I had to clear up funds. So during that time where it was less than a dollar, I didn't have the ability to buy at that level, right? I didn't have any free money. I was gathering money together to then make that purchase. But then SUI did start to rise immediately and get up to the $2 price point, $2 plus price point. I was just like, I need to find an entry point into that. So more recently, I seen it at $1.34, and I decided to purchase it around that area. So just to give you an understanding of where things are, market cap for SUI is at a $6.36 billion market cap. While you have $1.66 billion worth of volume, fully diluted value is $17 billion, while you have $3 or $4 billion in circulating supply versus the $10 billion in total supply. I know that there is dilution, and I don't usually like dilution. Anything over 50% dilution, I'm not a big fan of. But I understand that this will be worth more than 10 billion, more than 20 billion, more than 50 billion dollar market cap. So I'm excited to see where that will go as we move along, as things happen for SUI. But if we stay at the current circulating supply, I can break that down a little bit more. So here is the price prediction for SUI as we move along. So this is a price prediction all the way to 2030. For 2025, this was actually created in October, so they were expecting the fourth quarter to be very bullish, but it wasn't. And you can see October, things dropped down to a much lower level. November, again, dropped down to a much lower level. They have it expected at a 10 or 11% increase from where they were and where this was listed. December, they expect this to go to about a $2.85 price point. I don't necessarily say that that is false. An 18% increase from where that was and where the current price was for, not current price, but the price at the time of this article. But SUI in 2026, as we move along into the next year, which should be altcoin season, we're seeing Q1, $3.67, all the way to Q4 at about $5 of a price point, which would be amazing, right? Not the highest point we've ever seen for SUI. I believe $5, over $5 was the highest point. Again, let me go ahead and double check that. So in the last year, $5.35. So not the highest point, but still seeing that. So as we get into 2027, they're saying that the highest point will be about $6.66 to 2028, $8.21, and then to 2030, $10.85 or 87 cents, which would then be a 30 plus billion dollar market cap, or closer to $40 billion market cap, which wouldn't be bad, right? I don't think it's unobtainable. I don't think it's ridiculous to say that those levels are realistic. That is a conservative level, especially as we are in the midst of fully accepting crypto. So seeing that, where we are fully accepting crypto, 2026 or the next altcoin season should be the largest increase and largest pushes. It's just everything here is based on maybe a standard prediction, right? Standard growth over time, based on whatever their model is, right? For me, I'm looking at definitely the higher price tier of $5 to get to, and get to that level of about $10 with the current market cap. Because again, that wouldn't be a crazy level, but I don't expect that to happen in 2020 or 2030, right? I expect that to happen in 2026, right? These levels to be hit early on, not later on. But that's just because I understand how cryptocurrency works. As you have a bear market, you're not going to experience those levels that you expect to see in 2027, 2028, 2029, maybe 2030, as we start to kind of push up to the next bull market, right? 2029 and 2030, we start to push up to that level. So the expectation is to see a bull market and really push to higher market cap levels, not just a standard growth, and then see the bear market, which could see maybe a 50% decrease in the max price that you do have there. So that's kind of where my baseline prediction is. It's not anything that's in stone. It's just something that I saw. But if we wanted to see how much I do have, just to show you my portfolio, I have $3,413 worth of SUI, 2,000 coins of SUI at an average of $1.36. It is less than 1% of my portfolio, and unrealized return is up by 25%. So I'm excited about it, and I invested at a low price point. It's not the lowest price point, but a low price point compared to what we've seen more recently and where this has gone, in the past year in different levels that it's been at, right? It's been at $4. It's been at, $5.37. So there's so much room for growth in where this stands that it was a no-brainer to get in on SUI and go all in on SUI. Guys, let me know what you think about SUI. If you have it, if you have more shares or more coins than me, let me know. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.